Now available in paperback and e-readers, Spellbound, A Darker Shade of Black. Get your copy today at your favorite online bookseller. I was reading the comments section of the two Jesse Williams videos I did, Jesse Williams' I Told You So, and Jesse Williams and the Negro Okey Doke, and I was deeply disappointed, but not surprised, to read many of the comments left by these Spellbound Negroes in the comments section. Now, these Spellbound Negroes went out of their way to try, instead of trying to listen to the information being presented, they went out of their way again to try to castigate me again for presenting them with information that was meant to help them. Now, I listened to some of those comments, and again, these Negroes still show me they have no critical thinking skills. One comment in particular, this guy pretty much went off all because I used the four words light-skinned pretty boy to make an emotional response, not listening to any of the content I was presenting in that 10-minute video and the 15-minute video I did on the Okey Doke, not thinking about any of the information being presented there, not using any critical thinking skills to process many of the facts I presented regarding Jesse Williams and how he pretty much came from the suburbs to exploit the black community by pretending to be some sort of grassroots activist, then becoming an actor on Shawn Grey's Anatomy, then getting his BET award, and then once he got his BET award and his step up, he then decides to file for divorce from his wife, and then go out here and pursue a relationship with the white female, Minka Kelly. Then none of that information processes in that Negro's mind. No, he's going to get emotional and drop a comment talking about, oh, you are jealous of Jesse Williams because of his light skin. Well, I'm a light-skinned guy, and I have no reason to be jealous of Jesse Williams because I'm a light-skinned guy and I know many of the experiences of being light-skinned. That's why I wrote an entire novel called Spellbound about the dark side of light skin, because I know how some of these light-skinned guys go around here using their light skin to pretty much try to take advantage of the black community. Moreover, I worked at the Strive East Harlem Employment Service as part of the AmeriCorps Vista program, and I saw several of these types of light-skinned guys who used the black community through nonprofits to move themselves ahead at the community's expense. These guys talked a good game, they were well-spoken and talked a very good game, but once they got their come up, they were back on their way back to the suburbs with a little bit of street cred as they moved up to the next level in their careers. They really didn't care about the black community. All they cared about was moving up at the black community's expense. Unfortunately, you couldn't explain this to many of these Negroes because, again, they are spellbound and they believe that anyone who is light-skinned, who comes up and tries to talk to them, really cares about them, and they make no efforts to try to vet them because they are mesmerized by their crystal blue eyes and their milky white skin and their curlyish hair, and because they see them with these close to white features, they believe everything that comes out of their mouth is the truth. And this is the big problem with your Jesse Williams. Most of these Negroes, no matter how many times you put the facts in front of these Negroes, they are spellbound by Jesse Williams' crystal blue eyes, they are mesmerized by that milky white skin of his, and they're mesmerized by that silken hair that flows from his head, because he is close to the white man that many of these black women deify, and many of these black men out here are sadly so desperate to get the attention of this black woman, they're willing to go into the comments section and make attacks on me just to get brownie points with her. And this was another thing that I noticed in the comments section. I saw many of these simps and these manginas deciding they were going to leave comments in the comments section all to defend Jesse Williams. The same Jesse Williams who, again, pretty much showed this black community no respect and showed you black men no respect. This was a man who got up on a stage of BET, a Viacom-owned company, and pretty much threw you Negro males under the bus. Yet a guy like me who pretty much makes a video trying to help you guys and show you the facts about this guy over a year ago, and here you are still dropping ad hominem comments, hoping to get brownie points with black women who pretty much show you how little respect they have for you when this light-skinned pretty boy comes to the stage. And these black women also were leaving nasty comments regarding those two recent Jesse Williams videos. And that's really dysfunctional, but it's par for the course with the spellbound Negro female because she's been hypnotized by those crystal blue eyes. And because she's still hypnotized by those crystal blue eyes, she still can't see that this Jesse Williams continues to pimp slap her time and time again with his actions. He first pimp slapped her when he got up on that stage defending her and talking about how pro black he was while he was separated from his black wife. That was disrespect number one. Then he goes out here and files for divorce from that black wife a year and a half later, and that was disrespect number two. Disrespect number three is while he was talking about praising this black woman, he's then going out and pursuing a relationship with white women. Pretty much slapping this woman back and forth like a pimp trying to beat up a prostitute for being $5 short. But these Negro women, spellbound by those crystal blue eyes, can't see the game being run on them and can't see how this man pretty much disrespects them at every turn. They pretty much sit there and say to themselves, "Oh, this Jesse Williams, he's a good man." And he's not a good man. He has shown through his actions that his character is less than sterling. But the Negro female will sit there and defend him. Even worse, you'll have some of these Negro females out here justifying what Jesse Williams did to them by blatantly disrespecting them, by saying, "Oh, Jesse Williams has a right to date whoever he wants and marry whoever he wants." Not when you get up on a stage making a statement saying, one, you are pro black, two, we should love our black women, and three, you love black women and that the black woman is God to that point. When you make those type of statements and then you go out and willfully knowing you have separated from your black wife, that's unethical, reprehensible, and egregious. And then for you to go out here and divorce your wife a year and a half later talking about how you want to be a hunk, that's also disrespectful to the same core audience of black women who supported you on Shonda Rhimes' Grey's Anatomy. But you can't tell this to this Negro woman because, again, she is spellbound by those crystal blue eyes and that creamy white skin and that long, luscious black, blonde, blue, the hair of that on his head. She's pretty much mesmerized by all those white features because they remind her of that white man she deifies and worships, and she feels that she will give Jesse Williams a pass for everything. And one of the most insane things I heard in these comment section regarding those Jesse Williams videos is this. You had some of these Negro women who were justifying Jesse Williams having this relationship with Minka Kelly, going out of their way to say that Minka Kelly wasn't a white woman. I listened to that, and that's one of the most insane things I have ever heard. One of them even said that Minka Kelly was a biracial woman. Again, showing me how spellbound these Negro women are, and how mesmerized they are, and how they are so desperate to fit themselves into that black box that appeases white people, that they're willing to say that this white woman, who is clearly a white woman, is some sort of mix or biracial when it's clear your Minka Kelly is a white woman and your Jesse Williams pretty much is a black man. This is another thing that these Negroes want to come at you with this Jesse Williams. They want to come at you with this straw man argument talking about Jesse Williams is not a black man. Well, he comes up and wins a BET award, which is for black entertainment television. He works for Shonda Rhimes on a black television show. He gets his money from black people. So he is a black man. And he came out here married to a black wife. So this dude comes out here, plays his black card in attack mode, and then plays the race card in defense mode when he decides he wants to divorce his wife and pursue this white woman. But this Negro cannot see the game being played on him by this huckster who is pretty much pimping them. And what's really sad about it is many of these Negroes would rather sit here and be played by a huckster like Jesse Williams instead of going out here and calling him on it because he has light skin, blue eyes, and creamy skin. Instead, they would rather attack a guy like me, who is also a light-skinned brother, all because he presents the facts and is a shade darker. That clearly shows me how deeply spellbound these Negro women are, and how right I was when I wrote the novel Spellbound over a year ago, pretty much detailing the dysfunction regarding these Negroes and how they see light skinned people and the dark side of light skin, which shows me how dysfunctional this Negro is and how caught up they are in skin tones, and how skin tones pretty much change their perception of the facts around them. This Jesse Williams pretty much runs a game on the black community, but the black community, all because this guy has the right skin tone and promotes the right narrative from the white liberal, they pretty much believe everything he says, even though it's a lie. And it's really sad to see that these Negroes pretty much will go here with anybody with light skin and long flowing hair and has closeness to whiteness, and they could pretty much tell these Negroes to pretty much stick their heads in an oven, and these Negroes would pretty much go out and do it because, sadly, many of them are so spellbound and so caught up in skin tones that they can't look at the content of these person's characters. No, they're just too caught up in the color of this person's skin to see how their actions negatively affect the black community. If you want to learn more about the dark side of light skin, you can pick up my new novel Spellbound on Amazon.com in paperback and e-readers, and you can help this channel by donating to my Patreon by clicking the link in the description box.